Hello, my name is Luis Borunda, President and CEO of U.S. Hispanic Youth Entrepreneur Education, USHYEE for short. I would like to take a moment to share issues occurring in the Hispanic community, what the national implications are, and how USHYEE is addressing these challenges. This country is facing a unique opportunity in terms of a demographic shift unlike any we have ever seen. Studies show that by 2050, Hispanics will make up 1/4 of this country's population. Our youth are the fastest growing segment of the Hispanic population. It stands to reason that this next generation of Hispanic youth will be one of this country's greatest assets or one of her greatest liabilities. We already know that Hispanics are dropping out of our high schools at alarmingly high rates. There are some studies that indicate that this number is upward of 50%. The Pew Hispanic Center says, focusing on data for Hispanics who have dropped out of U.S. schools before completing high school reveals a problem that is quite grave and that has serious long-term implications for the education system, Latino communities, and the nation as a whole. The lack of technology in the Hispanic community is another opportunity we must meet. In today's technology, knowledge-based economy, we must not only make computers accessible to these young Hispanics, but we must also incorporate Latino youth in areas such as engineering and technology transfer. This must become part of our country's economic growth strategy. We cannot afford to let the opportunity to reach this generation with the tools necessary for them to achieve slip through our fingers. USHYEE is taking on these opportunities. We are dedicated to bringing innovative and positive leadership programs to Hispanic high school youth students across the United States. USHYEE understands that entrepreneurship is the engine that drives this great land, and we are committed to exposing Hispanic youth to the idea that they can become business owners. We are making our young people aware of the many opportunities in the areas of technology, engineering, and technology transfer. We believe that we can begin to cultivate an entrepreneurial mindset in these areas. The short video that you are about to see is one of the programs that USHYEE, along with our partners, the Hispanic College Fund, the National Association of Federal Hispanic Program Managers, the Minority Business Roundtable, and others, have developed in order to begin a national effort to take advantage of this tremendous opportunity that lies ahead of us. This program, called the Hispanic Youth Symposium, brings high school rising juniors and seniors to a college campus setting for 3 days and 2 nights. We expose these young people to the college experience, leadership seminars, entrepreneurship, Hispanic role models from every walk of life, college workshops, and much more. In USHYEE's first pilot program at University of Maryland, Baltimore County in July of 2005, the Hispanic Youth Symposium served nearly 100 students and awarded almost $30,000 in scholarships to these young Hispanic high school students. This effort would not have been possible without the support of our partners and sponsors, the Kauffman Foundation, Comcast, the Maryland Department of Housing and Community Development, the Maryland Department of Economic and Business Development, the Maryland Hispanic Business Conference, and many others. We believe that the investment of your time and resources in U.S. Hispanic youth entrepreneur education will multiply itself over and over in the years to come. This investment will not only positively add to your bottom line, but will also change lives and add value to your community and to this country. One final note, the volunteers that make up our team are invaluable. Without you, USHYEE would not be possible. Thank you for making a lasting difference.
Welcome to the first Maryland Hispanic Youth Symposium at UMBC.
We have about 120 students here today. They come from all over the state, actually, from as far away as western Maryland, Washington County, to the Eastern Shore. Prince George's and Montgomery counties, obviously. Baltimore has a large contingency, and we're excited about that.
It's important for Maryland because, as you know, the Hispanic community is the fastest growing community in the state of Maryland right now.
I was born in Colombia, South America, Bogota. I want to see my options about like being Hispanic and, you know, going to college and stuff, and how it seriously could change my life, and I'm definitely college bound.
I would like to learn how to get into a college and learn about some program that can help me out, like with the scholarship.
And the point I like to make is, given the opportunities out there today in the marketplace and in education, you can start with 2.5 strikes against you in this country today and still be very, very successful. I want to make the point, too tall or too short, or the color of your skin or your religion, none of that stuff should stop you today. None of it.
We had the pleasure and the honor of having the U.S. Treasurer, Ana Cabral, with us today.
For me, having been in their shoes at some point along the way, it's important to reach back and try to help people understand that there are many opportunities available to them.
I was promised to marriage at a very young age, at the age of 12, married at the age of 14, had a son at the age of 18. So I did some of the things a little bit differently because it's under which our culture evolves. So life was a bit challenging. I've had challenges in surviving domestic violence. I've actually had to face homelessness at one time. So when you see someone like me that's had quite a few bumps along the road, I want them to see the fact that anything is possible.
Today, a little girl that was raised in Spanish Harlem with a family that was poor, who did not know the language or the culture, had very few political or of any political ties and resources. Today, I work for the governor of the state of Maryland. That itself is something to hold on to. If it can happen to me, then it can happen to anyone.
As a Hispanic youth, one of the things you need is a role model, you need some leadership, you need somebody that's capable and willing to mentor you, just to show you that the path isn't always a bumpy path. We don't really promise anything here. We just give them the education, the advice. We point them in the direction.
People on the beaches today, lying on the beaches saying, "Make me brown, God, please make me brown." Everybody wants to be Latino today.
And one of the top motivational speakers in the United States who happens to be Hispanic, his name's Fred Soto.
I promise you that I'm going to help you achieve your dreams today.
Today we are focusing on Hispanic youth, but all youth need a place, a forum, where they can come and hear some real insights, not platitudes, real insights on what it takes to get ahead from people who are out there doing it.
The previous speaker, Fred Soto, he definitely made me look at like our opportunities as a Hispanic in different manner, and know that I really, if I want to do something, for the Hispanic community, I really should start stepping it up and really tell people the truth and like what we really need to do, and how Hispanics really need to encourage themselves and their family members to want to help the community.
We are at full employment statistically in the state, so we need more workers and we need more leaders. And I think the opportunity here of exposing these young kids to the potential career growth that is available to them if they seize the opportunity is just incredible.
Freeman Rabowski, the president of the university, is the honorary co-chair with Eris Melissaratis. We have worked closely to make sure that the campus is a good home for the Maryland Symposium, to make sure that the students, when they're here, have a good experience, they feel good about college, and it inspires them to want to go on to college after their high school experience.
One of the exciting things is that we're going to be giving away about $30,000 worth of scholarships, and that is really exciting for our first year. Comcast was the first corporation actually stepped up to the plate, and we think that it's going to be a great partnership.
I hope to learn more about the Hispanic culture, and it's just giving me a better idea, also for the future in college and stuff, and what kind of benefits are out there.
Well, I came here 3.5 years ago. Yeah, from El Salvador. My American dream is to have a college education, and I think this is the right path for me to follow so that I can achieve that in 1 year, which is what I have left of high school.